Welcome to a Vanguard news video without the bullshit. Let's get started. Because DBT13 comes out in Japan tomorrow, the only thing Bushiroad could reveal without overshadowing their latest cash cow are Pacifica's ride line and support cards for DLBT04. Songstress of Night Moon Hyacinth is your typical D-series starter that will feel awkward to use when it's no longer Halloween. Songstress of the Lamp Spirit on Ace when ridden over lets you add up to 2 Pacifica cards from the top 7 cards of your deck. If I were to speculate, I assume that these lyrical Monasteria students heard the legend of the eternal Loli and are performing a ritual to summon Pacifica. A perfect horror movie for Halloween indeed. Songstress of the Waving Soul Monad when ridden over by a grade 3 Pacifica makes you reduce the cost of your Vanguard's original act skill by 1 counterblast. Give me a moment, I'm seriously having Gandiva PTSD on top of fishing season PTSD. Deep breaths, deep breaths. Top Idol Pacifica once per turn while on Vanguard lets you pay 1 counterblast and putting 1 card from your hand to the bottom of your deck to draw 2 cards. And while on Vanguard, you can pay 1 counterblast and 1 Pacifica Soul Blast when she attacks a Vanguard to call up to 1 normal unit from your deck. The first ability lets you potentially recycle back a trigger which few decks can already do. And the second ability doesn't seem broken at first until you realize any future cards the nation gets can break this at any moment. Expect the nation cycle cards to increase in price again. Planet Idol Pacifica, while on the back row rearguard during your turn, can attack from the back row if you have a Pacifica Vanguard and she gets 10k power if your opponent's Vanguard is grade 3 or higher. And while on rearguard at the end of the battle she attacked, you can put herself into your soul if you have a Pacifica Vanguard to give one of your units 5k power, then draw a card if she was put from your central back row rearguard into your soul by this ability. Is there even a lore reason why there's multiple Pacifica at a time? The multiple Pacifica gimmick started during the G era, which Twinkle Happiness Pacifica's lore foretold that she was going to lyrical Monasteria. Grasped Frist Row Bernardo while on rearguard lets you add up to 1 Pacifica card from the top 7 cards of your deck when the attack she boosted hits. Then she goes to the bottom of your deck if you added a card with this ability. I don't know about you guys, but that pumpkin on her left arm is about to commit mass genocide. Rousing singing voice Luasao while on rearguard lets you retire herself at the end of the battle she boosted to return up to 2 Pacifica cards from your drop zone to your deck. You countercharge 1 damage if you return 2 cards with this ability. Pacifica barely uses any counterblast, but she's already getting a countercharger, a Persona Recycler. Finally, Revival Ocean Challenge when placed on rearguard lets you pay 1 counterblast to add up to 1 Pacifica card from the top 7 cards of your deck. You countercharge 1 damage if you did not add a card with this ability. And while on rearguard, she gets 5k power when your other unit in your central back row rearguard attacks. An on-place shuffler if you didn't add a card, as well as having a weird condition in getting her power boost. Seems like I overestimated Pacifica. And that concludes this Vanguard news video. Be sure to subscribe and let me know in the comments how you can finally use your long fishing rod after years of sharpening your pencils instead.